The knock came at 5:02 a.m. Not loud. Careful. That's what scared me. I was already awake, staring at the ceiling, counting the distance between breaths. When I opened the door, my brother didn't say hello. He stepped inside like the house belonged to him, like he'd rehearsed this walk. "Are you alone?" he asked. "Wife gone?" I nodded. "Work trip. Frankfurt. 3 nights." He locked the door. The click sounded surgical. "Perfect," he said, "because she didn't travel." I felt something loosen behind my eyes. Not tears. Pressure. He held up his phone. Photos bloomed in the half-light my wife's coat, unmistakable, draped over a man's chair. Her hand on a glass. Her reflection in a mirror she didn't know existed. "I saw her last night," he said. I raised a finger. He stopped. The world narrowed to a clean line of thought. I noticed dust on the shelf. The hum of the fridge. How calm my hands were. I didn't ask questions. I didn't shout. I poured coffee. Inside, something began to calculate. Denial isn't loud. It's meticulous. I thanked him. I asked for the photos. I said I'd handle it. When the door closed behind him, I stood in the kitchen and examined my life like a crime scene. The messages I'd skimmed and trusted, the late calls framed as clients. The way she'd stopped asking how my day went. I remembered Thanksgiving last year, her daughter on speakerphone, laughing too hard. "If you want to join Thanksgiving," my daughter-in-law had shouted, "come wash the dishes." Everyone laughed. I smiled. I muted the call and stared at my reflection. A man shrinking politely. I told myself it meant nothing. That family's joke. That marriages bend. But the photos didn't bend. They sat on my phone, immovable. I went to work. I signed papers. I spoke in meetings. Inside, a slow inventory ran, dates, times, absences. I mapped them against my calendar like stars aligning into a shape I didn't want to name. At night, I slept beside absence. In the morning, I dressed beside it. When she came back, she kissed my cheek and smelled like someone else's cologne disguised as hotel soap. I said nothing. I became quiet in a new way. I ordered phone records. I didn't confront, I observed. I learned the rhythm of lies, the way they need oxygen, the way they die if you don't feed them. I noticed the number she stepped outside to call, the way she angled her screen, how her laughter had gained a rehearsal quality. I hired a firm, not investigators, auditors. I asked for clarity, not drama. Bank transfers told stories people didn't. A rented apartment. Regular payments. Not hidden well. Just assumed invisible. I checked our accounts and realized how long she'd thought me slow. I began preparing. Not revenge positioning. I moved assets. Quietly, I closed doors with smiles. I booked flights under a shell company I'd kept dormant for years. Switzerland isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. When she asked why I was distant, I said work. When she asked if I was okay, I said tired. Inside, the storm had learned manners. The report arrived on a Wednesday. I read it twice. Once to feel it, once to confirm it. That evening, I set the table carefully. 2 plates. Candles she liked. Control is in the details. I slid the envelope across. "What's this?" she asked. "Open it." She laughed. Then she didn't. Her hands shook. She spoke fast. Then slower. Then not at all. "It's not what you think," she said. "I know exactly what it is," I replied. My voice surprised her. It had no edges. She cried. She begged. She explained. I listened the way a judge listens when the verdict is already written. When she finished, I nodded. Thank you, I said. For the first time, she looked afraid. The call came 2 weeks later. If you want to join Thanksgiving, my daughter-in-law shouted again, louder this time, come wash the dishes. I smiled. Enjoy, I said. I sent one message after. Just photos. A terrace overlooking a lake. White stone. Glass that caught the sky. My villa in Switzerland. The phone rang. Once. Twice. Then again. And again. 71 times by nightfall. Voicemails stacked like apologies that arrived too late. She called. Her daughter called. Numbers I didn't recognize called. I didn't answer. I changed my number. I changed my address. I changed the locks on a life that had mistaken my silence for consent. People think revenge is fire. They're wrong. It's frost. In Switzerland, mornings are clean. The air doesn't ask questions. I walk along the water and feel nothing tugging at me. That's how I know it's over. I don't hate her. Hate is intimate. I don't forgive her. Forgiveness requires an audience. I simply no longer carry her. Sometimes my phone stays quiet for days. Sometimes it doesn't. Either way, it means nothing. I learned this. Power isn't in proving someone wrong. It's in leaving them shouting into a room you no longer occupy. And I never went back for the dishes.